Okay, let's start. Okay, so I got one question with the Google form, and I'm gonna also cover one more issue. So we didn't have much activity, so it's gonna be like a short call. And the first one was from Ram Nathan. He was saying, is it a good idea to buy this vehicle? So he provides the lot number, the VIN number, and he's saying, considering it's a CERT-D and zero service and mileage history available. So Ram also part of Autohackers group. If you're not part of Autohackers group, you can find in description. So it's my free group on Facebook where I can put my own time and answer your questions. So he is saying that he found this vehicle like right here. So, and he's asking lots of questions. I mean, maybe digging too much into this vehicle information, which I mean, it's good thing, and at the same time, it can be like wrong thing, because if you dig in too much, you find that some like codes specific from copart, like this car is a CERT-D, which means it's a copart condition codes, and it says requires certification or verification of damage. I mean, this is used for auction. It's internal information. What do we have as a public information? We see that it's a 2021 Ford Escape. And for this car specifically, what I care about is the seller. So since Copart hides most of the sellers, this one is public. It's a fleet lease and it's owned by Lease Plan. So I mean, the easiest thing you can do, you can just Google Lease Plan and see what it is. And it seems like it's a company that leases cars. Okay, so and they all over the world. Wow, they're like in Europe, but where is the United States, guys? Is it this list plan? I don't even see it here. Is it the correct one? But it says like, yeah, it's list plan USA. Okay, right here. So, wow, some advertisement. So that's the website, which gets me to, but I don't see. I guess they don't have a website, yes, but uh, it's whether a service or sales fleet or rely on cars, like they have this. So usually it's a company that uh, buys a lot of them and leases it to some businesses. I see a lot of Ford Escape government uses it a lot, and they don't want to maintain the cars, they don't want to buy cars. It's either for them to buy, like to lease them from companies that manages for them. So that's one of the question: mileage history, zero service and mileage history available, because this vehicle maintained by these companies, lease plan. How well they maintain, I have honestly no idea, but usually from my experience working with the lease companies in the past, they're pretty strict. So they have like 5,000, 8,000 miles rules. So every time this car gets this mileage, it's fixed. They don't share this information with the Carfax, because they do everything internally. That's why you don't see this information. But again, like if you're concerned about the car condition, it's always a good idea to inspect it, to open the oil cap, to see the condition of the oil, and so on and so on. But pretty much, also like Lease Plan doesn't want to deal with selling this vehicle with a warranty, so they want to sell it as quick as possible for whatever price buyer provides. That's why they put it at a copart. So I would estimate this car below the average, because people, who works, it's not their car. They don't really care about this. And it's 132,000 miles on the car. So you think it's going to be a decent car? I mean, it looks decent, but of course it's going to be beaten up to point when, you should treat it like that. All right. And pay like specific dollar for that. Since I'm also have access to the Mannheim website, I can easily check the value of the car. You see that I put the mileage, I put the grade below the average, when average odometer for this year should be just 46,000 miles. This has like 3 times mileage on it, and like I could just buy wholesale this car at around 7,000, right? And retail is $9,000. So if you're gonna buy this car, 7,000 wholesale, so you should get this car at around maybe 3,500, okay, maybe $4,000. So you need to maybe $5,000. I think $5,000 is going to be a decent price for this car, okay? So you need to understand there's going to be some risk involved with this car, all right? And if they put it at the Mannheim, they're going to put condition report on this car, and it's going to be below 3. Okay, so I think I answered this part. And of course, it makes sense to get VIN reports. You can run Carfax report. I checked this one just to see because the original thing that Ram, I believe, he said it's a certificate of destruction. Let me see. I think he put it here. Yeah, which refers to destruction title. That's not true. You know, you can see it's a clean title, Michigan certificate of title, and I also ran VIN.DOCTOR to check any records for salvage disposition, and there is none. So it's actually a true clean title car. So when you buy the car, you're going to get a clean title car. But concerning the question, is it a good idea to buy this vehicle? It depends. Okay, what are you looking for? What do you want to? If you want to pay retail price, that's not a good vehicle to buy. But if you're looking for deal and expect some things to do with the car, then it's a good vehicle. Buy it at the low dollar. Okay, you get a clean title, high mileage car. You do a little bit of TLC, and you get great car for let's see, so like this car retails at like $9,000. So if you get like a 30% discount, I think it's going to be good. That concludes all the questions for the day. I'm actually going to also answer the question from the Autohackers. Joe was asking about this specific car. That's actually 2021 Acura TLX, and actually it's a really interesting find. He says that first, I often see cars listed as vandalism, and it's hard to see what's the actual damage on the vehicle. So he shows this vehicle as example. For cars that don't have a seller listed, is that most often a dealer or a less desirable seller? Okay, let's take a look at it. So vandalism, usually it's a theft recovery vehicles. Okay, what can happen with a theft recovery vehicle? Depends. Like, you can just check the visuals. Okay, sometimes like the windshield is broken, sometimes they remove the VIN number, sometimes they try to steal the car. With the case of my Chevy Camaro, they start taking it apart. When I look at this specific car, I see that the side rail is gone right here. That's a plastic piece you can replace. I mean, there are some scratches on the front bumper you can see. I don't know how, yeah, scratches there, how important it is to you. But otherwise, it's a used vehicle car condition. And I see it started, okay, it running, like I assume it's run and drive. 37,000 miles, I don't see any errors here. And yeah, I mean, it looks pretty clean, okay? So, vandalism. As you can see, there is no seller. All right, so what do you do in this case? Of course, you need to figure out what's the retail value of it. You can go to cars.com, autotrader.com, and see the value of the car. I just, for a quick purpose of this video, I ran the Mannheim report. I can see that the wholesale value is at $22,000, retail at $25,000. So we see the auction is over. They gave like $12,900 for this car, and it's a decent price for 50% for the retail value. With all the fees, it's going to be around $15,000. Alrighty. Then there is a good thing. I ran the VIN.DOCTOR report. I see there was a theft recovery, which is inactive on the 21st of July. So that's a good, like it provides me information that was really theft recovery. We see that it was there's junk and salvage insurance records. You can see that 14th of May, Geico Insurance did salvage disposition. So it's a salvage title. It's from insurance. And on 29th of July, it was sold at copart. But it's for sale right now in September. So you see, copart shows another one. It got it at the auction. So it's two sales. All right. So you can also see there is like good information that shows you auction sales history in VIN.DOCTOR, and it was for sale on 19th of August 2024 with different pictures, and it was also for sale on September 10th with the different pictures. I can click the lot number and actually can see the condition of the car. So let's open the copart website, and there should be a history. It was sold, not actual miles, 7,000. Okay, 26 retail, vandalism. All right, so let's see if picture is different. Rear door is not closed, so this plastic piece is missing as well. Actually, is it the same? Like even the wheel is. So no, it's a different position. So they just put it. Okay, seems it's the same. Okay, same. But this one, you see, it starts, but it has like lots of issues. It has some sensors off, tire pressure low. You know, there is some warnings with a mileage of 37,344. So they put 6 miles on the car. So I bet the car dealer sells this car. They purchased it originally, and you can actually run the Autoastat. And I found that the final bid was at 16,400. So they purchased it for 16,400. And here, why I usually don't want to buy this kind of cars, because you never know what really happened and what's the intent the dealer purchased this car. Okay, there is one case they can buy the car, fix the car, they want to flip it and sell it. Again, why would they put it back at copart within like a couple of weeks? No idea. Probably because there is something wrong with the car. What could go wrong with this car? There is some parts maybe missing that we don't really see. There could be expensive, some modules stolen. Airbags could be stolen. Okay, there are lots of things could go wrong with the car. That's why usually, like if I see cars like that, there's two things. You either need to inspect the vehicle. All right, you inspect the vehicle yourself and see what's wrong, or like pay someone to inspect it, or you just completely ignore the car. I would do in this situation, I would completely ignore the car. I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to take a risk, not for this price, all right? But if I really wanted Acura TLX and I really liked it, I would pay $150 for someone to go and inspect it. Make sure like all parts intact, airbags intact, computer modules intact. You can really start it, you can hear it, and you can shift gears and maybe put 3 feet forward and 3 back, 3 feet reverse. I think that's going to be it for today. That's going to be a short video. Again, if you want me to answer questions, and I do it on a weekly basis, there is going to be a link for this Google Docs, and you can ask me any question related to selecting cars, buying cars at auto auction, selling cars, flipping cars, wherever you want. Just put your question and I'm going to answer it next week, because I do these calls on a weekly basis. And of course, if you want, join me in my Autohacker group right here. We have like 1,600 people already in a group. I'm there. I check your questions. We post some really nice deals on a daily basis, and I'm here for you guys. Okay, so take, my time is precious. Like I'm busy scaling 2 companies at the moment, but I do check this group daily. Okay, and I put my own answers. That's me who's answering, not my assistant. It's my experience, it's my expertise, it's my knowledge. So if you want to be part of Auto Hackers Group, go there, join it and be active there. So guys, thank you very much for your attention. Talk to you later. Bye.